Hey YooHoo, sponsor me. Love you guys. Love this stuff. So here we are back in the shop for another tinkering of the R3. So last week I was sitting around the shop cleaning things up, minding my own business. So I'm going to wipe the tire down. I found something. They changed the back tire. Yeah, not the back tire that was on it when it got stolen. And they did a piss poor job of it at that. So I got to looking at it, and you could tell, well, I can tell, maybe y'all can't. Like I said, you guys know the lighting in here blows. But the back tire's crooked. They did not do a good job of putting that bike back together when they changed that tire. So it sucks. So now what we need to do is we need to get on there. We need to fix that, because that shit ain't gonna fly. So, thankfully, my friends over at Harbor Freight had a swing arm stand. Cheap one at that, $32 and some change. It was, I think it came up to like 35 bucks all, all said and done. And there she is. So, we're gonna get this thing put together. We're gonna lift the bike up. We're gonna straighten out the tire, lube the chain, and maybe wipe some things down while we're in there, because this thing is filthy. Oh. And, hang on. I found the rear seat. I found it. It's a little banged up, but I can use it for the time being. It's going to get replaced, but I found it so I can at least put it on the bike if I decide to go ride. So there's that. So that's good news. This place is a mess. Okay. So, does it lock in though? I don't know if it'll lock in because it might be broke. Let's see. Lock in. No, it will not. I'm working on that part. But anyway, we're going to get the swing arm stand put together, and we're going to get started. Speaking of Harbor Freight, you guys need to check out some of their Black Friday deals this week, this coming weekend. They're going to have one of those red motorcycle lifts, like the 1,000-pound hydraulic lifts. Normally I think they're like $430. They're going to be on sale for $279. Crazy deal in my opinion. I would get one myself, but I'm poor right now. But hey, if you guys want to donate to the build, yeah, you let me know. Yeah, I'll throw something up. But anyway, I'm kidding, guys. If y'all want to donate seriously, let me know. We'll work something out. But I'm not expecting it. But anyway, let's get started on this. Let's get started on the swing arm stand. All right. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get all of this unwrapped and start getting the pieces kind of put together here. There's more than likely there's a much better way to do this, and I am doing it, as with most things, as my wife would say. You're doing it wrong. Shut up, woman. Okay. I really need to have a knife for this. I do have a knife. Don't I? Do I? Ha! I have the two essential tools required for this. YooHoo and knife. Seriously, guys, if we can get YooHoo to sponsor this, I will paint my bike YooHoo colors. I freaking love YooHoos. They're like the best drink in the world. Okay. America. Little gift from my dad years ago. Pretty good little knife, actually. I mean, it's more of a novelty thing, but it's not bad. Oh, let's see if I can do this without cutting myself. Oh, come on. There we go. There we are. There we go. Alright, so here we go. Obviously this is not done properly. Pull these out. Pull these out. We're just going to slide right up under here till alright, that side looks good. This side looks pretty good. Tighten down. Alright, so start the lifting. Alright, looks pretty good. And we are lifted. Awesome. Straighten her out a little bit. Alright, we are off the ground. Alright, so what I'm going to do first, I think, now that I've kind of got a better idea of what I need to do, is I'm going to basically push the tire all the way forward on both sides. And the reason for that is that way it gives me a good starting point on how I want to do this. So, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to loosen up the axle. Once the axle is good and loose, push it forward some. Alright, it looks like it's pretty good moving forward. Now that that's all the way forward, I think I'm pretty happy with where it's at. And there's little grooves and notches here that will assist you in setting this up properly. Now that I'm happy with where those are at, I'm going to tighten it down for the moment. That is much better. Alright guys, I think I've got the tires straight. I'm not really sure. I'm still going to do a little bit more research. Make sure everything's straight. But the majority of what I did was I loosened the axle bolts on both sides. And then these are the chain tensioners. I got a jam nut and the tensioner itself. I pushed the axle forward on both sides and got it straight. I still don't know if it's 100% right. So I'm not sure the chain tension feels right, but I got to double check it. It looks a lot straighter than it did. just concerns me. I feel like it should be free-flowing a little bit better than that. Maybe not, maybe so. It's just one of the things I gotta look at. Alright guys, so I got to looking at the chain tension a little bit. It was a little loose, so I went ahead and tightened it as I was tightening things up a little bit. And the way you do that, what I did is you've got the jam nut like we said before, and the adjuster. Just give that a quarter turn. And then I used a measure and measured the length of travel, and I got it within acceptable tolerances, which I think it was about I think it was like 22 centimeters is what I got. 22 centimeters of travel, so I think it's going to be fine. I got everything aligned the best I could, as y'all saw before. I'm fairly happy with that alignment. I think we're going to be good to rock and roll. Alright, she runs. Looks pretty straight to me. Good enough for radio. Alright, I'm going to turn that off before I get carbon monoxide poisoning. Looks pretty good to me. I mean, I got it spinning. It looks like it was going to run straight. So here's to hoping. Here is to hoping. Alright, cut that off. I'm going to let it sit on the trickle charger, I think, for a little while. Just to let it run a minute. Because it's been sitting for a while. I haven't really started it much. I haven't got a chance to do a whole lot with it. I've got some chain lube. I'm going to lube the chain, but it needs to be clean. That'll probably be next week's video. I don't have the time. I've got so much going on right now with the new job. I've got a VMware class coming up that I got to go to next week. Scratch that week after. But yeah, that is finished, I think. So I think we're going to be good to rock and roll there. I found my rear seat, thankfully, and you know what? While we're looking at the rear seat, figure out why I wouldn't go on. These little tabs here are bent out of shape. I'm going to see real quick if I can fix that. So let's see what we can do here. It's kind of hard to get in here too much. Because I got limited room. This is fairly soft metal, so it shouldn't be too big of a deal to bend. That looks pretty good. Let's go see if we can get it to fit on the bike. Alright, so you got these little slots here that it should fit down into. Oh, let's see what we can get to happen here. So down in there, yeah, it does lock down in there, but it doesn't do a great job of staying in there. Oh, that's why. It's missing something. Hold the presses! Now we get to see if that extra lock that we got is worth the money we paid. Success. And that's where the issue is. So it looks like a piece broke off. Got these little rubber spacers here. It broke off on this side, so it's kind of wobbly. it will do for now. And I'm going to leave it on there. I'm going to drop that back down on in there. Well, I've had the bike on the trickle charger for a little while now. I'm not going to leave it just sitting here because I'm not going to be back over here for probably another week. So I'm going to go ahead and start wrapping it up. Don't forget, let's get YooHoo to sponsor us. So yeah. That's good stuff. Alright, so yeah, that's all we're going to do for this week. I'm going to disconnect everything. Next week we're going to be cleaning and lubing the chain most likely. I'm hoping that something happens where I can get that lift, because that would look great in the shop and it would definitely make working on the bike a little easier since I can get up off the ground. Especially getting clean underneath the bike. But, you know, if we can't get it, we can't get it. It's not a big deal. It'll be an on down the road thing. But, yeah. So, till next week.